Basketball today, man, it's all about the three ball. Everybody shooting threes from 30 feet, spacing the floor and living by the numbers. But when I was coming up, man, I'm not trying to sound like an old head or nothing. I'm only 29. But some of my favorite players was dropping 30 a night living inside of a box. I'm talking about that mid-range game.
Final seconds. Bryant for the win. Bang!
So what up, YouTube? It's Armashadamas, and after a long time, I'm back. Don't worry, y'all, I'm good. I've just been in a little writer's block these past couple of months. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. Yeah, Jordan, Kobe, Melo, KD, Dirk. Jordan closed his legendary career on it.
Open. Chicago with the lead.
Then he ruined it by coming back to play for the Wizards, but Kobe made it look impossible, hitting fadeaways with two hands in the face like it was routine. Melo made it look smooth, jab, rhythm. Dirk won the hardest ring of all time with it, the one-legged fadeaway that became his signature statue. Then KD made it look textbook. Everything was balanced, effortless, and perfect. You could play classical music behind it. Every shot had rhythm. Every bucket had patience. You didn't need to be fast or flashy, just skilled enough to live between the lines. Then you had guys like LaMarcus Aldridge. Bro, that high post jumper was automatic. You could play perfect defense contested shot and he'll still hit it like you wasn't even there. That was his office. Clock in, clock out. Man finished his career with 20,000 points over straight mid-range jumpers. And Sean Livingston. After that injury, he reinvented himself completely. On a team built around the three ball, he didn't need it. Didn't need speed either. I ain't never seen him miss one of those.
Sean Livingston has made his entire career.
Those dudes were quiet killers. They didn't need the spotlight. They just mastered their craft. And speaking of a quiet killer, Kawhi Leonard. That dude was surgical. He hit you with the same shot, with the same rhythm, and it was the same result. He's like a robot programmed to hit 17-footers. Drop him in any era and he's giving you 25 the exact same way. I still get PTSD thinking about when he smoked my Lakers on opening night back in 2019. Bro was hitting everything. Every move was calculated. Every jumper looks the same. He was cold. He was very consistent. And he was just straight up automatic. Speaking of smoking my Lakers, though, that brings me to Richard Hamilton. Man, he pissed me off in those 04 finals. Bro was just running around nonstop. He didn't need to dribble. He just run through amazing screens. And by the time he caught it, it was just too late. One dribble pull up, cash. I swear, half his buckets came from defenders just giving up trying to chase him. Chris Paul, the point guard. That elbow jumper was legendary, man. His best days was in New Orleans and in LA, but in Phoenix, he was very key in helping the Suns make their third finals appearance. He would come off that pick and roll, snake the defense, stops on the dime and hit that mid-range like it's a layup, like it's clockwork. You know what's coming, the defense know what's coming, but you still can't stop it. Bro had Pat Bev so tight, he shoved him in the back. That's how real that jumper frustration was. And then you got Paul Pierce. Man, Pierce wasn't the fastest, he wasn't the flashiest, but he was very calculated. You knew exactly what he was about to do. Jab, rock you to sleep, step back, and you still couldn't stop it. That mid-post game was pure confidence. He played at his own tempo. He was real slow, real steady, but it worked. Pierce was like that dude that was at the park who moves half speed, but still gets everybody to work. It wasn't quick, but it was inevitable. T-Mac made it look easy. At 6'8", guard-like handles, that pull-up was butter. Smooth like margarine, he rise up so quick defenders never even left the floor. Mac could get to that mid-range off anything. A hesitation, a crossover, even off balance. He made tough shots look casual. You watch him now, and you realize how ahead of his time he was. Like, he was KD before KD, or like Paul George before Paul George. He's the definition of effortless. Kevin Garnett was intensity in motion. He made that 15-footer a weapon. You could feel how much he lived in that spot. Elbows out, eyes locked, talking to himself, talking to you, talking to me, talking to the rim. Every jumper came with the same fire, the bark, the growl, the emotion, on some DMX shit. He wasn't just scoring, he was sending a message. That's what made him different. It wasn't just skill, it was heart, anger, and pride all mixed into one. Nobody brought more intensity to a jumper than Kevin Garnett. The power forward wars in the West would sit him on when he used to run up against the big fundamental Tim Duncan. A lot of guys on this list piss me off, but he's at the top of this list. That bank shot from the left block was automatic. He had Shaq in hell. No flash, no flare, just perfect geometry. He turned glass into an ally. People call his game boring, but it was poetry and structure. The way he squared up, pivot, and kissed it off the glass, that's basketball efficiency at its purest form. Duncan didn't need style points, he had consistency. And we can't talk about mid-range artistry without the answer, Allen Iverson. The reason I had cornrows, the reason a young lad like myself even picked up a ball, the heart of a scorer in a 6-foot frame. AI's crossover into that pull-up was iconic. He didn't just beat you, he shook you, froze you, and made you watch him pull up with that fall back on the jumper. You seen the way he leaned back? He brought a street ball rhythm to NBA footwork. Every jumper felt personal, like a statement. Artificial intelligence proved that heart and craft could outshoot height and strength any day. Today, you still have a few vets who live in that mid-range. The guys who kept the art alive when everybody else went chasing threes. Jimmy Butler, when the lights are brightest, he doesn't go to the three, he goes to work. He'll get to that spot, hit that pull-up, and break your will doing it. CJ McCollum, smooth and patient, plays the mid-range game like jazz. He doesn't rush, he just lets the game come to him. Chris Middleton, a quiet killer. That pull-up carried Milwaukee to a ring. He doesn't talk about it, he just hits big shots over and over again. And then DeMar DeRozan. He came right when the league was shifting away from it, but he never changed his game. Elbow jumper, pump fake, one dribble rise up. You could tell he studied Kobe. He's proof you can still dominate today playing an old school game. And speaking of Kobe, another player who came from that learning tree, Devin Booker. Smooth, surgical, built for that mid-range, he doesn't rush a thing. Every shot's patient, poised, and on balance. You could tell he studies the game like his homework. He's the modern master of the same art the legends perfected. These guys didn't just keep the mid-range alive, they refused to let it die. And now, you look at this new wave, they're not just keeping the art alive, they're actually making it cool again. And there's 3 players that come to mind who is doing just that. Jalen Brunson, that man is a throwback. He plays with patience, balance, poise. He gets to the elbow, pivots, fadeaways. That's his money spot. You can see the shades of those early 2000 guards who thrived on touch, not speed. Anthony Edwards, you can see the arsenal expanding every year. That pull-ups game starting to look dangerous. He's blending that explosive athleticism with patience. That's how you go from a star to a superstar. And the scary part, he's already talking about adding the Jordan and Kobe post game to his bag. If he locks that in, it's over. That's the full evolution. Power, finesse, and footwork all in one. And last, but certainly not least, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Bro's mid-range is pure rhythm. He moves like water. Never rush. Always composed. Remember when people used to say a 6'6" Iverson will be dangerous? That's Shai. I mean, what is it? The braids? I mean, but come on. Look at it, with a little Kobe mixed in it. He won an MVP off that mid-range game, something we haven't seen in a long time. Just footwork, patience, and touch. Shai proved that the mid-range isn't outdated. It's a weapon. These are the guys reminding everybody the mid-range never left. Y'all just stop paying attention. People call it inefficient, but when the playoffs come, when the threes stop falling and defenses tighten up, that mid-range bag becomes survival. You see it every year. The great ones go back to the fundamentals, get to the elbow, and make them pay. That's winning basketball. It's not about the numbers, it's about rhythm. It's about balance. It's about touch. From Jordan to Kobe, from T-Mac to KD, from Melo to Kawhi, from Dirk, KG, and Duncan, from Iverson to Brunson and Shai. The mid-range isn't dead. It's timeless. Salute to the mid-range maestros, the real artists who made the game feel like basketball. And that's all, y'all. Thanks for spending some time with me, listening to me yap about the mid-range. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. I got more videos on the way. If you haven't heard already, check out my podcast. I run with my homies. We talk about hoops. So appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all sticking with me. And until then, y'all be good.
What can I say? Mamba out.